Suwan, following the Democrat Party's release of House Speaker Somsaket Suranon's audio clip allegedly talking to the red shirt leaders about how he tried very hard to convince fugitive former PM Thaksin Shinawatra not to push forward the reconciliation bill at this time. The Pheu Thai Party is now claiming that this clearly shows that Thaksin does not have influence over the nation's legislative and administrative branches. Meanwhile, today is the first day of the Constitution Court's inquiry into whether or not the Charter Amendment in any way harms the royal institution. Today, the Constitution Court spent 7 hours to listening to evidence from 7 complainants who claim that the Charter Amendment violates the Thai democratic system, which has the king as head of the state, while Chusak Sirinin, one of the pro-amendment witnesses, pointed out that the words cancel to royal institution has a different meaning from overthrow, as he claimed that to overthrow the royal institution means another coup d'etat. The complainants have also asked the Constitution Court's permission to play the House Speaker's video clip during the inquiry process, but the court ruled that it would violate others' reputation. Tomorrow, the court will hear evidence from 8 pro-amendment witnesses. A 26-minute audio clip, allegedly of the House Speaker Somsaket Suranon talking to red shirt leaders at his birthday party in Phetchabun Province on June the 27th, is mostly about the National Reconciliation Bill, claiming that he did convince fugitive former PM Thaksin Shinawatra not to push for the reconciliation bill as it was too early and it would affect national stability. This audio clip was made public by Democrat Party spokesman Chawanon Intarakomarasut. Meanwhile, Nopadon Patama, Thaksin Shinawatra's legal advisor, said that the Democrats' party is playing a political game releasing such a clip to the reporters. However, he claimed that this clip reflected that fugitive former PM does not have influence and authority over the National Reconciliation Bill process. This morning, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra accepted that the process of the Charter Amendment and National Reconciliation Bill has become a political pressure point due to the severe public criticism, but insisted that it does not affect her priorities, which are to develop the country and her performance as PM. She insists that the government's decisions are solely of those in the cabinet, not anyone else's. The impact of the explosion at number 3 crude oil unit of the Bangchak oil refinery was powerful enough to shatter windows in as many as 50 nearby homes. The president of the Stop Global Warming Association has urged the government to order the oil firm to move out of residential areas. In response to the president of Bangchak insisted that his company needs to stay where they are in order to supply oil efficiently to city residents. Here's more from Kun Bandit Ger Bandit.
Following explosions and fires that broke out at the number 3 crude oil unit of the Bangchak oil refinery in Bangkok yesterday morning, the oil firm has begun sending around 100 employees out to survey the impact on nearby communities. Roughly 10,000 residences are located around the refinery, and so far, around 50 homes are reported to have broken windows. 14 construction teams will be deployed to complete the repair work. While the real cause of the explosion has yet to be identified, the Bangchak president confirmed that the oil firm is equipped with safety monitoring systems and that yesterday's blast did not cause any harm to nearby residents or the environment.
In the case of assessing the environment, for example, Bangchak has an online system which monitors nearby air quality. After yesterday's accident, we were able to show the results immediately to see if the surrounding air had been contaminated or not. After the assessment, we discovered that the air quality was still within safety standards.
Earlier today, Sisuwan Chanya, president of the Stop Global Warming Association, petitioned the government to decide within 90 days whether to order the Bangchak refinery to be moved out of the city for resident safety. He insisted that this is not the first time explosions have occurred. On January 14th last year, the oil firm's hydrocracker, which was located just a kilometer away from the damaged number 3 crude unit, caught fire after a hydrogen leak. Still, the president of Bangchak Petroleum assured the public that its oil refinery needs to be located in the city for efficient transport of oil for the city's consumption, a common practice in countries like Japan, the United States, as well as in European nations.
I have to say that as of today, Bangchak has no plans to migrate its refinery. Apart from having an oil refinery, we also have an oil depot, which is used to supply oil to Bangkok residents, who consume 30% of the country's total oil consumption. Since there is such a huge demand in the city, a supply source has to be nearby. That's why when we look at other countries, we'll also see that there are oil depots not so far away from cities.
The Bangchak president also mentioned that smoke emitted from chimneys is common in the operation of refineries. Like in many other countries, when residents choose to live near refineries, oil firms and communities can coexist. Refineries need to take care of the residents by ensuring the safety and keep them informed. Residents of the Kangrongkan community, which is only walking distance from the site of the explosion, said they could not hear the evacuation announcement, and many who evacuated by following the crowd had no idea what they were running away from and where they should be running to. This lady, known as Sombat Hin Udom, says she went to hospital because she had chest pains after the blast. After being discharged from hospital, she said she does not know who, if anyone, is going to cover her medical expenses. 50 years ago, this refinery was surrounded by paddy fields. Today, it lies within walking distance of a BTS line. Bangchak Oil Refinery is one of 6 refineries in Thailand. The country consumes on average 800,000 barrels daily. Bangchak has 2 operating crude units. The damaged number 3 crude unit had an operating capacity of 80,000 barrels per day, whereas the number 2 crude unit has a 40,000 barrels daily capacity. In the wake of yesterday's accident, the Bangchak president indicated that more crude oil will be bought from Thai Oil or imported from Singapore if its supply is not sufficient. Bandit Kat Bandit, Thai PBS.
Thank you, Kun Bandit. And while apprehending a suspect believed to be involved in the drugs trade, authorities discovered a cache of war weapons hidden in his rented room right in the middle of Bangkok City. The suspect claims that the weapons belong to his friend who left them at his place. After a long investigation, police revealed 14 M67 grenades, ammunition for AK-47 automatic rifles, drug paraphernalia, and crystal methamphetamines were confiscated from Sompong Seopan's apartment in Soi Prachara Bampen on Rachada Pisek Road. Police Lieutenant General Kamron Witu Karajang, acting Metropolitan Police Commander, revealed that Somboon Chai Guson, who was just arrested, said he received all these items from Sompong, who has also been arrested. The suspects used this room to store and deliver drugs. Moreover, there was another rented room 2 kilometers away used as a lookout point for monitoring the police. Sompong claims confiscated grenades and ammunition were to belong to Somboon, while he admitted that the drugs were his. Sompong, arrested yesterday, was arrested in possession of drugs and weapons in Minburi district. He was released from prison just last year. The problems of Eurofootball TV blackouts on satellite and cable TV services in Thailand may be repeated as some free TV channels revealed to the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commissions today that the 2012 Olympics may once again be blocked by the rights holder. An NBTC open discussion with all parties concerned regarding the previous rights problem and the broadcasting rights for other supporting events in the future. The meeting became heated as a free TV operator said that viewers who watch terrestrial channels via satellite or cable platforms may possibly miss out on the upcoming Olympic Games as well, because the rights for free-to-air broadcast of the Olympics does not allow the rebroadcast through any other digital transparent platforms. Nimit Tien Udom, speaking on behalf of consumers, argued that it is unfair for Thai people who will have to buy conventional antennas to watch the tournament, since the TV pool's broadcast frequencies are considered a national property. He additionally blamed the private sector for focusing only on their profits and ignoring the rights of the audience. As the discussion ended with no apparent conclusion, NBTC Commissioner Supinya Klang-Narong admitted that everyone still has to work together to find the best compromise for both business and the public.
Myself, I try my best to negotiate with the stakeholders, such as the government, who also regulate free TV Channel 11 and MCOT, who got rights from the IOC to broadcast the Olympics. The real problem is now is about Thai people receive free TV now via satellite platform, but satellite platform is somehow not considered terrestrial TV. The fact is only 25% receiving free TV via analog platform, the rest receiving via cable TV and satellite TV, and this became a problem when it's about broadcasting the exclusive content.
NBTC commissioners will hold a further meeting on this issue next Monday. And moving on to the weather, the Meteorological Department is warning 24 provinces located in the north, northeast, south, and east, which are now prone to flash floods.
เชียงรายเชียงใหม่ลำพูนลำปางพะเยาแพร่น่าน and Uttarakhand are the northern provinces at risk of flash floods. In the northeast or Asean region, residents of เลยหนองคายบึงกาฬหนองบัวลำพูอุดรธานีสกลนครนครพนม and Mukdahan provinces must be on high alert for possible floods. While some areas of the eastern provinces of Chanthaburi, Trat, and Ranong, and southern provinces like Phang-nga, Phuket, Krabi, Trang, and Satun are also on floods alert. The number of areas at risk of flash floods increased from 20 a few days ago to 24 provinces today. Southern Thailand can expect a 90% chance of rain, while the north and northeast regions have an 80% chance of downpours. Bangkok and the Central Plains have a 70% chance of rain.
At the Asean Health Ministers Meeting, member states committed to curbing death and sickness due to alcohol and tobacco consumption, while one of the biggest challenges will be curbing and controlling non-contagious diseases. Here's more from Hugh Adams.
10 health ministers from the ASEAN region met at the 11th official meeting of its kind. There were 5 main items on the agenda, including curbing alcohol and tobacco-related illnesses and new HIV infections. The meeting revealed that within the next 3 years, when the flow of low or no tax alcohol and tobacco products may increase, the number of diabetes and high blood pressure patients will increase, and the death rate may reach 2.5 million annually. That would represent 60% of all deaths in the ASEAN region by 2015. However, malaria, accidents and AIDS will continue to threaten this region. Thailand will provide help and advice to countries who wish to follow the country's universal health care model. Hugh Adams, Thai PBS.
Thank you, Hugh, and that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS English News Service. I'm Suphachon Kunswan. I'll see you tomorrow night. Sawasdee krap.